Go.
What's good, YouTube? This your boy D the Duelist. I'm back. I know it's been a minute, but I got a first place locals. I got Spright Day, new format Spright. I used the new ban list. We lost Elf. A lot of people think the deck is dead in the pure form, but it honestly, playing it today, it got more powerful. I went 4-0 today, 2-0 to everybody, and I'm just gonna give the deck profile.
So you're gonna tell America, huh?
So first, Cyburst Gadget. This is the first thing I gotta talk about. Cyburst Gadget with 3 sign-in mana to search it. So this is my main starter engine. Stupid engine, like the whole point of this, when you link this off to Lingaribo, it gives you a level 2 token. Then you can play off of the token and go straight into sprint. So this is a 1-card sprint, get you full combo. I use sign-in mana. It has so many little synergies, like just ditching a level 2 or lower, grabbing him. You summon him, you're able to bring back the level 2 or lower. And then you're able to play through a lot of hand traps. And if you open up sign-in mana with Nimble Angler, oh man, it's just it's ridiculous because you use the Angler's gonna trigger, summon out 2 Beaver. Then you normal the Gadget, use the Gadget effect, bring back the Angler, and you just keep going from there just off of this 1 card. So that was the MVP definitely today on the offensive side. Next. Of course, I got the best cards in the game, the Spright. So, of course, 3 Spright Blue, not much to say. Working on the OTs. 3 Spright Jet, these are the best Sprites. They are literally +2s. Also, and the way this deck works, they work as good extenders now. So if I go into Gadget, normal summon the Gadget, and he resolves once I get the level 2 token on the board and I extend one of these, I'm playing through at least 2 or 3 hand traps. That's the main thing with this new format in Spright. I'm gonna say this right now, spoiler alert, there's no Toad, there's no Frogs. It's just all about garnering advantage, stunning your opponent, and then just going for the OTK, usual Spright things. Also, of course, I run 3 Spright starters. Starter, gets you into a Spright, not much to say about that. Also, from the technical tip for the Sprites, I run the Gamma Burst, Smashers, 1 Double Cross, and I'm also running the Carrot and the Red. So this is the technical packs. These cards are what you're searching for with your Blue and your Jet, and you want one of each. They're all technical. You negate a monster, you negate spell a trap. Since we don't have Elf anymore, this should be a staple in every deck because it allows you to summon on your opponent's turn. So even if you're trying to get rid of a body on their board, or if you summon one from your grave like a Jet or a Blue and trigger their effect on your opponent's turn to give you follow-up, this is game. This wins games. Spright Smash is always good. And also to round up my engine, I play 3 Nimble Beaver. So technically with the deck, I'm playing about 9 1-card starters. If I see them, I'm able to just continue playing, just play the game off that 1 card. And of course the Anglers, you send that off a sprint and bring these out. And then last, the engine is just 2 Pot of Prosperity. Very good. I love resolving Pot just after you combo and you just get into extra cards just so you can continue to play, or if I need an extender to ensure my combo goes through. Prosperity is amazing. All right, next for my technical card. So I'm running 3 Nibiru, 3 Ash, so these are all my hand traps, and 3 Imperm. So just 9 hand traps. We're going into a new format. What's crazy, today's tournament, we're still playing under the old format. So I was, so I went up against, matchups from this old format just to see, just to test the deck. I really wanted to see how could it work without Elf. But these all came up. Nib has a very good interaction with Mosquito. I think I OTK'd twice off of that interaction. Because you give them a big old Nib token, and on your turn on the crackback, you go into Mosquito. Boom, that's they got to take whatever damage. So I had Nib got all the way up to like 13,000 attack. Nib token, then shoot, boom, that was game. So those are my hand traps. Ash works for various matchups. Imperm is always good and doesn't trigger tasking or tactics. Real simple. And then last few technical cards, I run 3 Triple Tactics. Triple Tactics is always good. Shoot, people got hand traps going second. I also run 3 Book of Eclipse. Freaking ridiculous, and honestly, folks should have been running this before Castor. I ain't see Castor today, but all my other matchups, it booked the board, allowed me to continue to play. So that's my main deck, 42 cards. Extra deck.
Because all I'm gonna do is draw, go to battle.
Extra deck, very basic extra deck. Of course, I got for my Sprites, I got 2 Gigantic, and I also run Spright Sprint. So those are all my Spright cards. You know, just say that's how we play the deck. Now a lot of people feel like because we don't have Elf, the deck is dead. But thing is, we still had 2 lines of play from the extra deck, and that's really more than what a lot of decks already got. So we went from having 3 special summons from the extra deck to having 2. And then they get into another summon. So like I said, the deck's still like stupid gas. Still stupid gas. 1 Lingeribo. So, you know, he's for the gadget, the Cyburst gadget. You link him all, make the Lingeribo, and it comes up where he does negate tracks. So if you're going into a board and you're able to make him, you can sit on him in order to, you know, protect you from any back row. Next. A Zeus package. You know, all we gotta have a Zeus package, you know, just to wipe the board. Cavalry, Downer, and Zeus, Big Daddy Zeus himself. What else we got? We got Mannequin Cat. So Mannequin Cat, very useful cards. You know, he tutors stuff out from the deck. Now I don't have no super crazy tech with him. I mainly use him just to keep the engine going because if I can summon a dark or a dark monster, or if they have a fire in their grave, I can use him just to tutor out some different Spright cards and just get bodies on the field. But that's just Mannequin Cat. I'm also running Soul Sweeper and Ninja Shadow. OTK Machine. On Imamaru, you know, he just gets rid of little issues. You know, very good card. Loving him. Going to him almost every single game. And next, I also run Dark. You know, bring a Dark back from the grave. I run Phoenix, just spelling back row. Dagger, just in case I come across something, I can just pop it. Pit Knight Early. He's just you know, you can set him up with sprint. You know, you have a little extra negate, and he can come back, low recursion. And never came up under Clock Taker. Just an idea, just, you know, look for other options to OTK. Now, I do want a IP or maybe even a Gen Buster to try in the deck, but, you know, you know, that's all I had. So that's my extra deck. Going to side. Going first. I never sat these in today because I never had to, you know, choose to go first today, but I do have 3 D barrier with 3 trap trick. So, you know, the whole premise behind this covers a lot of random matchups, you know, going into the format. I'm hearing that Branded Despia is supposed to be a very good deck coming up. Soul Sword might be better. Castira's a thing. So, you know, this basically stops and this tutors it out from the deck. This also can get Empire. So, you know, if I got 6 in a 42 card deck, basically got a 50% chance of seeing that. And that's a blowout game 1 against a lot of decks. You cut them off from the extra deck. Also in the side. So going second. Enemy Controller. I ain't see this today, but, you know, got a good premise, you know, Enemy Controller. You know, if I activate a Spright effect and they try to, you know, negate it, I can always tribute it and then take their monster, or I can change something from attack to defense or vice versa. So I had a friend recommend me try this. I ain't see it today, but in theory, I really think it's a good card. It's going to come up. 3 Evenly for going second for trap decks or decks that set up no negates and a bunch of bodies. You know, Evenly is always just generically good. And then just something I wanted to take, you know, just something I was experimenting with. Contact C. So whole premise behind Contact C, you know, your opponent special summon a monster, he drops on their field, and they can't fusion, XZ, or do anything unless they use this first. So, you know, let's say you go against a branded deck, boom, if you drop it at the right time, they have to link it off before they go into their fusion play, or they basically just, you know, stop them from playing. Even with Castira, if you drop it on Castira, you know, they can't go into their rank 7 XZs. Now you got to be careful with Sword Soul because it is a 6. So if they got them tuners, they can tune this off and make a 10 or whatever. So that it's all about when the time you drop. You don't want to drop it on the first time. You want to drop it in a weird point of their combo. But I didn't get to see it today. But, you know, in theory, you know, it might be disruptive. All right, that's pretty much it. You know, if y'all have not done so already, you know, like and subscribe. D the Duelist. This is new format Spright, and I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.